Right, hello there. Just doing a quick review on the Swedish Army canteen set, which I'd had in one of my previous videos that I use in my my Woodman's ammunition can, which is a Woodman stove. Just a quick look at it. You dangle your canteen holder here. Right, so all you have to do. I think this cost me a £5 from eBay, but I think they're a lot more expensive than that now. So all you need to do to get it out is to basically pull it apart. This is your windshield with your pan holders inside, and that lifts it off the deck, so you can put your spirit burner in. Basically, it's like a trangy cooker. But a lot heavier duty, and obviously a lot heavier than the camping backpacking trangy that I own as well. But that's quite lightweight. This is heavy duty, like I said, I usually use it with the wood burner, or I just keep it in the vehicle. It's got a top. You can use a cup or a small boiling vessel. Inside you get a container that has that takes the meths for it, and this is your burner, which is it's brass, it's heavy duty, and all you do is fill it up, light it, get your flame off it. Like I said, it's a brass one, it's really heavy duty. The way you can tell the Swedish Army is they've got, I think who's going to pick it up that well, 3 crowns on all the equipment, 3 crowns on the burner, and just inside there you've got your 3 crowns as well. Doesn't really give me a date. This is the aluminium one, as far as I understand, and the reason I think it's aluminium is because of the rivets here. Usually gives you a date when it was manufactured, but for some reason this isn't. Let's put that, so look on there. See what I get off here. 19. Where are we? I'm going to go for 1962. It's a bit scratched, but I reckon it says 1962 on there. Okay then. So the way you do it, you contain it with your meths in, pour into the burner itself. Obviously leave the lid off and drop it inside your tin, right into your windshield. Okay, and then the next thing you can do, you either put your small mess tin on top, or you put your large one. It's up to you which way you do it. Okay, as you can see there's a gap there, that's where the burner is and stuff like that. One of the tricks of actually pouring these, which a lot of people don't know about, is you get it and then trying to go like this with it, or trying all that malarkey. One of the easiest ways to do it is to get your little hook and just put it through the holder there, and then all you do, picking it up, you can just tilt it quite nicely with the handles. You've got full control over it, and that's just through putting that in there. A lot of people don't know about it, and like I said, they're trying all this malarkey and trying to get spoons and sticks and trying to do it that way. So yes, that's a basic kit. Like I said, it's very hard wearing. I've had it a number of years, this one. In fact, I think this is the second one I've had. The first one I had got nicked when I was on an exercise by some scruffy oik from an engineers regiment. Brayho, I hope he got gastroenteritis out of it, or food poisoning or something, and died a horrible death in a ditch. Forget for being a tea leaf. Yeah, so I got myself one of these. Like I said, I think this is a £5 off eBay, and it comes with all the kit. It has got a little washer inside here that sometimes perishes, but they're easy enough. Just go to any hardware store, B&Q, anything like that, and they'll have washers in the plumbing department. And the way you put it out, all it is the flames will be coming out of here, and all you do, give it a quick tab with that, and then turn it over and lock it off. Okay, and that this bottom part doesn't get hot. So all you're doing is that, and then that. Okay, and that locks off the air, the oxygen to it. It goes out and leave it a while before you start messing about with the top and picking it up and everything. But like I said, the bottom part doesn't get hot at all, and that's it. And because of the seal around it, seals all the meths in, or the liquid you're using, so there'll be nothing coming out at the end of the day. So that's the little trangy cooker, or the Swedish Army mess team combination. Like I said, good bit of kit if you can get hold of one. A bit heavy, but good to have in your vehicle. Yeah, you can tell I've already started on the woods. Got some already loaded up in the back. Some of the actual dead wood that I've already took out. Yeah, so I've had a bit of a start. Like I said, it's not going to happen overnight, but you know, so the price of gas, electricity and stuff like that, I'm quite happy to come out here, you know, once a week and slowly work my way through it. So yeah, that's it really. Let's have a quick look and see the sun setting over there. Lovely little area. Farm dog barking in the background. All good in the hood, as they say. I was having a look on site last night on the interweb. There'll be a connection down here somewhere to the debt bomb. And basically, we're up to we've gone past the trillion mark now. I can't even imagine what £1 trillion is. I'm lucky I've got you know, 20 quid in my pocket at the end of the month. And as you married lads and people with kids will understand, the parasites, aren't they, really? But we love them, and I wouldn't be without my wife or my kids. So it doesn't matter how much whinging I do. But yeah, £1 trillion. That's a fair amount. Where are we going to get this to pay it back? Who do we pay it back to? Who do we actually owe the money to? The money's not real, as far as I can tell. Nobody's actually physically give us you know, £1 million. But somehow we got into that debt. And like I said on my other video, is it through instant gratification? Nobody wanting to, you know, fend for themselves and take responsibility for themselves anymore? I don't know. I haven't got the answers to everything. I'm just a normal everyday chap. But what I am doing is, like many of you know, I'm prepping. And the reason I'm prepping is because I do think that once this economic bubble bursts, and it will have to, you know, it will have to burst eventually. Can't just keep borrowing money. Then things are going to come up, you know, get hard to come by, food, etc., fuel, and stuff like that. This Land Rover, by the way, the 300 TDI, I run it during the summer. I'll run it on vegetable oil that I buy from Tesco's, and it's £1 a litre at the minute. I've had it as cheap as 42p a litre, and I took 3 trolleys out with me. The manager, I bought everything they had in the shop. And then when I asked them if they had any more out the back, which they did, so they bought that out and I had that as well. The only reason I had 3 trolleys was for the plain fact is I couldn't push anymore or pull anymore. It took a bit of effort, and at one stage I had to take my belt off my trousers to tie it to the other trolley to keep it in line. People thought I was very strange that day, but 42p a litre, you can think I'm strange as I want. That was 42p a litre. You know, it saved me a hell of a lot of money just to run my Land Rover during the summer, just to, you know, for work, etc. You know, family holidays, and for general knocking around with. But yeah, so £1 trillion, sorry, £1 trillion. I don't know how we're going to pay it back. You? I don't think you do neither. Or are we going to pay it back? Or are we just going to keep, as I said in the other video, kicking the can down the road? Eventually, somebody will say enough's enough, and then we get total anarchy. You know, breakdown in social order, public order incidents everywhere. You know, local Tesco's becomes like a war zone, which it would at times. And then you got, you know, the environment that you live in. I'm quite lucky, as I've showed you from the riverbank, etc. And you know, this is the type of environment I live in. That's the River Aire, by the way, is the river I showed you the other day. So I did show you. I'm sure I showed it, yeah. We got on the last census. I think we got something like 2,000, just over 2,000 people in the village. Obviously, we've had births and deaths since then. Had a few power cuts, so I think we've had more births than deaths, hopefully. Yeah, so we've got 2,000 people in my village. A lot of them are farmers. A lot of them are like me, you know, ex-forces and other types of work for a living, practical types of work, stuff like that. We wouldn't say we're mall ninjas or you know, tactical SAS ninja seals, but I think we could hold our own if push come to shove. Most people have got shotguns in the village. Most of my friends have got multiple shotguns because some of them are good old boys. So I know if, you know, if push comes to shove, I can always, if things happen before I get my licence, there's always shotguns in the village that I can use, obviously under supervision. You know, when we're out in the field shooting or clay pigeon and stuff like that. But there are a high proportion of firearms in the village, like I said. So yeah, so over a trillion pound. How are we going to pay it? Don't know. My kid's going to pay it. My grandkids, my great grandkids, are they going to pay it? I don't know. Are we going to have social disorder, total breakdown? I don't know. I ain't got the answers. All I'm doing is trying to prepare for myself and to look after myself and my family and my friends. How you're going to do it in your locations with your circumstances, I don't know. That's a, you know, personal choice again. But it's all little steps, you know, little building blocks. You know, food, water, communications, you know, wood for your burners, alternative fuels, alternative means of transport, things like this you need to look at. But you also need to be looking at, you know, sanitary needs, female hygiene, things like that. I know it's not, you know, big and macho when you go into the local supermarket and you're buying a, you know, a bumper pack of Always with wings. But it's a need, it's a necessity that, you know, that needs to be put back. You know, same as toothpaste and you know, toothbrushes, soap, stuff like that. Bleach. You know, it's a necessity that you know, the ladies in your life are going to need. If you haven't got any ladies in your life, then you can use them for, you know, medical items. You know, you can use them as bandages, stuff like that, because ultimately they're there to absorb blood or, you know, absorb fluid. So you could use them for that, or you could use them for barter at a later date. One of the things I found when I was posted to the former Republic of Yugoslavia, I've been to different places around there. Makeup was a big thing for the girls. Stockings, chocolate, cigarettes, alcohol, things like that were good barter items. But one of the things the girls who used to work with us as interpreters and office staff, that always want, or we'd always, you know, we'd get them, would be, you know, feminine hygiene products. And I know it's, you know, probably to be, you know, a tad embarrassing, but it's a fact of life. So you know, we used to, you know, whenever we was in a civilised area, we'd buy some, come back and just give them to the girls. You know, obviously free of charge. We weren't going to charge them for tampons. So yeah, just have a think about this. You know, a trillion pound, you know, over £1 trillion. I'll also link in with what the government are advising through, I think it's called Resilience or Reliance UK. I think it's Resilience UK. Mr Prescott used to be in charge of it at one stage. Old two Jags, knock him down Prescott. So yeah, that'll be down on the link bar as well, hopefully. And a thing from the Red Cross, the International Red Cross, or the UK version of the Red Cross, their department, that's giving you some winter tips and stuff like that. So I'll speak to you soon. I've just got to load a bit more wood up and then go for my Sunday lunch. So see you later. Ta-da.